There once was a farmer who put in an order for 12 chickens at the general store. It turned out that the farmer wasn't going to be home when the chickens would be delivered, so they decided they'd leave them in a crate at the front of the house and they'd be there for when he returned. A few hours later, the farmer puts in a call to the general store where he says, I guess that wasn't the best idea. When I got home, the crate had broken open and chickens were everywhere. I worked at it all day, and even then, I only found 11. And the general store guy goes, 11? Well, that's not bad. I only left 6. And it turns out there had been this miscommunication. The general store owner didn't have the 12, so he left what he could, which was 6. But here's the key. If the farmer knew that only 6 chickens were left, when would he stop looking for chickens? That's 6. I'm good, right? But because he had a bigger number in mind, he literally thought there was 12. He found more because he expected more. And I use the story to show 3 different mindsets, what I call a 0 chicken, 6 chicken, or 12 chicken mindset. Yeah. 0 chicken would be like, my crate is broken open, I've got this problem, this challenge, it's all over. No trying, don't find anything, right? 6 chicken is kind of doing the expected, but being pretty unhappy about it. Like the crate broke open, now I'm around looking for chickens, what a pain, But the 12 chicken is someone who finds more because they expect more. They see the opportunity within the obstacles, right? Glad you guys are liking the slideshow here. But they find the opportunity that obstacles create. They find the strength, the gift that it has. And one way I feel I've done this in my own life is that I'm deaf, and I've had someone tell me that I'm the best listener that they've ever met. Right? How does the deaf guy end up with listening as his greatest strength? I still remember when he sat me down in my gym, it's where I learned that changed my whole perception, that the obstacle is the path. He sat me down and he said, Matt, your greatest strength is how you listen. When I'm with you, I feel seen, I feel heard, I feel valued, I feel cared for, right? And that has given me a superpower that I wasn't even aware of, right? Being hearing impaired my whole life, but it's because I had to learn how to read lips. I had to learn how to watch for body language to be able to communicate that I got this incredible strength or superpower. So, we like the chickens, right? I'm talking about challenge, but how does that apply to the workplace? Could be a question that possibly I should answer, right? And I am going to answer that question for you, but what if I told you that 84% of people rank psychological safety as their number 1 workplace value? And it is proven that they cannot give you their best, their skills, their abilities, their talents, all that good stuff within, if they're spending energy protecting their identity, right? But if you do give them that psychological safety, all of a sudden, now they're going to dig in. Now they're going to find those skills, those abilities, all those talents, all those strengths, maybe even strengths that they didn't even know they had in the first place. It's going to come out. And you tell me which person is going to be more effective in the workplace and on your team, right? And what we need to remember is that the crate has broken open for all of us. For me, it's a physical disability. But that's not just what I'm talking about here. It could be mental health, emotional, relational. We're all going through things. Even talking to Chris after his speech, he said, I've got stuff on my mind. You know what I mean? And so we need to realize this, not just for ourselves, but everybody. The crate is broken open in some way, shape, or form, right? So when we look at this with ourselves and with others, is our mind more like that 0 chicken? We're not going to find anything. 6 chicken, things are, kind of a pain. Man, talking to someone who can't hear, I got to repeat myself sometimes. This is such an inconvenience, right? Or are we going to look for more and see that there's more that meets the eye, right? Because those chickens are everywhere, baby. I'm telling you, all right? But they're only there if we're looking for them. You only find what you're looking for and you get what you expect. right? So maybe instead of just seeing the challenge and problems, if you can take yourself and look at the strengths in yourself and in others, you're not just going to create a culture of psychological safety, but one that could be charged up with superpower. Thank you very much.